I got my ticket to freedom through PTYA.
Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ali.
Here's my story.
Prologue. From the time that I can remember, I've always been searching for freedom. The freedom, the ultimate freedom that will truly set me free. I first read the line coined by Shakespeare. It says, "The world is your oyster." The idea of the world out there or the grass is greener on the other side have me permanently hooked. All I want to do is to be free, to see the world, to experience life, to create and to do things that fuel my soul. I tried many things to push myself closer to my dream. I pressed my first record button on the 25th July 2011. I was fearful. I had tremendous doubt in myself as an aspiring artist. So I gave up. I went back to the corporate world. I uploaded my first video on the 8th of June 2015. The editing was so hard. My financial resources were running low, so I gave up. I went back to the corporate world. Years of convincing myself that corporate life is the ticket to freedom. It left my heart numbed and my soul engulfed so slowly that I felt breathless. I own nothing, merely working in and out as the days go by. But the desire to realize my dream, to be free, to earn a living through the internet, to be location independent is still pounding so hard against my heart. I pounded hard and asked myself if life is just as it is. Through time, I noticed Ali Abdaal, his dedication to creating opportunities for himself through the power of the internet is admirable. His consistency, his determination, and his artistic flair, it's inspirational. So in October 2021, I clicked that purchase button and became part of this creator's journey that you are, hopefully, about to embark on.
Who is Ali Abdaal? He's an ex-medical doctor from Cambridge, and he's an entrepreneur, YouTuber, and also an aspiring author based in London. He has about 3 million subscribers in YouTube and also in his various social media platforms. To me, he is an example of what's possible on the internet. Through him, I finally started my journey on YouTube, set up a podcast, and also a newsletter. What's PTYA course about? It's teaching you to establish a system, a framework, from the importance of title to thumbnail creations and to the framework of script writing, walking you through the process of outsourcing, for instance, looking for an editor or looking for a thumbnail designer, and the magic of repurposing your content to every corner of the World Wide Web. What does the course entail? You have 2 live sessions with Ali, and you know that from the beginning to now, what he really struggles, what are his challenges, what exactly is he doing at this point of time, and also he's very transparent about his work. So you often get to see the real Ali through this kind of session, and you realize that you're not alone. We're all like creators, but just in different stages of creation. One live session with Elizabeth. Elizabeth is very interesting. I really like her a lot. She often gives her own perspective and also through her own growth on YouTube channel, as well as various platforms like podcasts that she's doing. So she often provides the strategy and her growth stories. Well, sometimes can be different from Ali, but I think it's also good to listen to that because everyone is different. You get to understand and also draw your own conclusion what works for you, what might not work for you. Guest workshop, or for the past cohort 4 and cohort 5, the most memorable one that I have attended, there were Pat Flynn, Mr. Who's the Boss, and Matt Davella. So these 3 are really impactful, and it's really interesting to understand how they work, their processes and system behind. And Mr. Who's the Boss, the commitment he writes for his script is just insane. But when you look at the result itself, every video of his is just skyrocketing in terms of views. Weekly video assignment. Make sure that for the next 5 weeks when you are participating in this PTYA course, always do your video. Always finish your video assignment and publish and upload that. Don't worry about the fear. Don't worry about the doubt. Don't worry about the imposter syndromes. Everyone goes through that. The most important thing is for you to do it. And at that point in time, that's the best video that you have. So you get to receive the feedbacks from the PTYA team, and from there you can improve step by step. It's always a 1% improvement. And don't forget, YouTube is a marathon, so you often go ups and downs, but what's really count is the discipline and the consistency. The drop-in session is very important. They started off in cohort 5, so you do have a direct access to the PTYA team. It gets very insightful into details of the questions that's being asked, and it's usually in a smaller group, so you get to really listen to what are the challenges or the pain points that other creators have. At the same time, you get to ask the questions that you are in doubt or you want to clarify with. And the PTYA team, they're very friendly, so they always go to the extent to make sure that you are okay. And not to mention the support system. The support systems, for instance, through various communication channels like WhatsApp group, Discord, or the circle, and also you can write into the PTYA operational team, like either send them through a video message or write them through email. They will always reply within 24 hours. And not only that, you will meet a lot of people from all walks of life, from different parts of the world, and everyone has the same goal. They want to create video and put it on YouTube. So you do get a very good support system, and it is really important because when you're on this journey, not necessarily that the people around you will understand what you're doing. So it's essential to get this support system there and talk to them when you are in need of help or when you are going through certain internal challenges. What are the pros? What are the advantages? Here are the 3 points. I personally love the live session. It creates the vibe, the communication, the interactions among everybody, the diversity. So everyone's from different parts of the world, from different walks of life. Everyone's represented by different passion, different interest group. You have a common goal to produce your video and put it on YouTube. You also have the advanced creator and also a beginner creator. It's really essential to listen to what the advanced creators' problems or challenges or pain points are. As a beginners, you avoid to make those mistakes and you can go around and implement those strategies that work. You have the live session versus recorded. So just in case you cannot make it on the live sessions, you can always get a choice to re-listen to the recorded session again. And also it's a lifetime kind of access. You can just hop onto it even after the PTYA course to revise on the basics, and that usually help you to generate certain ideas again. The drop-in session is very insightful. The support system. So the support system is very dear to me because to this day, I still have 3 different types of accountability partner call. So usually on Thursday, I do it with the people from cohort 4, and to this day, we still support each other in terms of video production, script writing, or mostly the internal struggle that you're going through. How do you grow your subscribers? What are the strategies that we could use to implement? And also not only restricted to YouTube, but also LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter, a newsletter as well. And I have 2 more accountability partners from my cohort 5, from Goda. A shout out to Goda. We usually have the call on Thursday, and we will go deep into title, thumbnail, and the script that we are about to write or the story that we are about to tell. So we kind of probe each other with the ideas and what we can improve on that. And not only that, we also tell and talk to each other with regards to our life, what's happening, what are the challenges that we face, how do we manage between life and YouTube video creation. And last one is Constance. She's from Munich, Germany. We usually have the call on Friday, and that's usually done in German. So for me, it's important to understand, like the German YouTube market, what's going on, what the creators doing. So I think that's a very good connecting point over there, and also get to practice my German as well. So what are the challenges for PTYA? I summarize into 4 points. First of all, steep learning curve. For instance, you have the technical side of the lighting, the camera, and which audio recorder you should use, which tripod you should buy, like which camera you should use, and what the functionality that you can use. So those are the different questions over there. Even though the learning curve is very, very steep, but just remind yourself that you didn't pay all this amount and do nothing, right? So you're gonna work for it and learn something out of this course. Language versus market. PTYA is an English language medium, so most of the people just use English as a medium to present their storytelling and their topics. But in the course, you often encounter people who use different languages like French, German, Mandarin Chinese, Arabic, Spanish as well. A lot of times it's about testing, but not too worry about it because you will always find your target audience there as the creators who are in the same language group as you. So you can always form a little group and do the ping pong session with each other. That's considered as a challenge, but it also represents a lot of potential growth because once you start testing out, you get to absorb those audience. For instance, audience from the Spanish-speaking countries or from the Mandarin Chinese world. There's just immense audience over there. Followed by time zone. So I have done cohort 4 and cohort 5. Cohort 4, I've done it in Central European time, so that's only 1 hour different from the GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. That's still okay. I mean, I managed to go through that every time after work to go through the live session with them, also the recorded session as well. But for cohort 5, I moved back to Singapore, where I am right now, to visit my family. So I did the whole cohort 5 in the Singaporean time. And that's really challenging because often I need to start the course, the live session at 11 or 12 midnight, and it will last until 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. So usually the next day, if you have to work or you have other commitment, your morning will be really exhausting and tired. And let alone if you have a family or other commitments. But even though from the APAC region, it's hard, it's challenging to attend a live session, but not to worry about it because you have the recorded part. So you can get the immediate answer back. But not to worry about it because even though it is a challenge, it is exhaustion, it's tiredness, but it is doable. I did it, so I'm sure you can do it as well. Followed by consistency and internal challenges. Throughout your YouTube PTYA course, you will find a lot of time you encounter things like fear, you don't really know how to talk to the camera, you don't really know what the consumer psychology behind, how you should structure a title, how you should think about your thumbnail design, how you should structure your script writing, that you have the hook, the introduction, the value, and the end page sales. Ali will tell you all of those. So what happened is that always make sure that you take a deep breath and then talk to people who are in this journey together with you, like your support system. Talk to them what you're going through and also raise those questions, very importantly, to the PTYA course group, and they will be there to help you, to give you a hand. So you might ask, how does the price structure look like? So essentially, there are 3 different types of price structure. You have the essential, the premium, and the executive. That kind of vary of the price difference there. So what happens that if you buy the essential, it is just one-time PTYA course attendance, and with the live access to the whole material. With premium, which I bought, is for 2 times. So I did cohort 4 and cohort 5 just so I can solidify all the theory that I got from them and really start implementing them one by one. And executive, basically you can attend every single cohort and have the live access. I think they also have like a executive group, so which is perhaps beneficial. You might think, yes, it is expensive. Before I bought a course, I thought about it for long and hard, whether I should invest this amount of money to really do YouTube or I should just do YouTube by myself. And I thought, look, they have already ran 3 different cohorts before, so which means that they have experience for it, and the whole contents, they are structured, organized, and presented really well, and also research as well. And the guests they invited to conduct the workshop are also well-known established YouTuber. You get a very good premium, like in terms of the community and the connection. So it's definitely worth it. And yeah, just one thing, when you want to invest in yourself, you do have to pay some money for it to actually gain those skill sets, because those skill sets, once it's gained, you'll be with you forever, right? So that will be priceless.
Epilogue. The number 1 reason people want to become wealthy is to be free. The shift from freedom to freedom from is the ultimate balance to one's happiness, by Neighbor Ravikant.
What about you? Are you ready to embark on a journey? So that's my story with PTYA. I hope you like it. I hope you find this review useful for you. And should you be interested, I have the affiliated link in the description below. You can just click on it. It will definitely help me a lot as well, and I appreciate it. And also, don't forget, you're always welcome to reach out to me with regards to any questions or specifically PTYA journey or just some ideas. You can find me through all my social platforms, typing just Henry. And also, through the whole PTYA journey, even to this day when I'm still creating, I still encounter my fear, my imposter syndrome, and my self-doubt. It will happen, but don't worry too much about it, because as I said, you have a support system around you to walk you through. I have 2 videos here. It might be helpful for you when you start your journey. Why not check out this video here when you encounter fear, or perhaps this journey over here of being an artist on the internet. So, people, thanks again. And for more doses of Henry, don't forget to subscribe, Just Henry, comment, and share. I shall see you in the very next video. Ciao, ciao.